Joining me today is John Wilson, who's running for the New London Board of Selectmen, or the Select Board, I should say. That's the technical term.
Yeah.
So, John, you said there were a number of issues that you wanted to cover, sort of an agenda item of things. We talked about sort of a building project in the context of, important things that needed to get done in New London. What are some of the drivers, these other agenda items?
Well, a lot of them are properties, like the Academy building, which we talked about before. One is the Town Hall, which we call Whipple Hall, and that has a lot of mechanical, electrical, structural deficiencies to it. And if you go by and you start looking up at the soffit areas, the gutters, the cupola, and so forth, now that you know about it, you'll start seeing things and you say, oh man, we got rot there also. The heating, ventilating doesn't work in some places. The police department's in that building and they're sometimes without heat, or we have to use auxiliary heat, things like that. Needs a reallocation of space in there also. There was a architectural survey of the building done, a very, not in real depth, but pretty good. And they came up with a price tag of $575,000 to do what they think needs to be done to the building. You start coupling that with what we were talking about for the Academy building, $350,000. We're talking a lot of money now. The other things I was talking about is we provide dispatch for the town of New London, the communication, the emergency communications and so forth, police and fire. But we also supply to your town, Wilmot, and 5 other towns, so that we're sort of the center on that. And our equipment there is out of date, needs to be upgraded. The arrangements with the town other towns need to be upgraded. But we have to do that so we know how much space we need in the Whipple Hall, and so there's all these interconnecting things here. Back in 2005, we started talking about a thing called the Elkins Project, which was a upgrade of the Elkins area in New London.
And is that like the dam or the sidewalks, or?
Well, it's sidewalks and a pedestrian bridge and a few things like that. And we got a grant, $800,000 from the government for this.
Was it an ERA grant of the Reconstruction Act after 2008?
That I can't tell you. But this thing has been in the works since 2005, and the thing that's bothering me right now is here we are in 2015, and the grant runs out this fall, and we don't have bid documents out on it yet.
And so the federal monies have to go back to the federal government if we haven't used them, or?
Well, even worse than that, because we've used some of them for the engineering of this project.
So we'd have to pay back.
We'd have to pay back what we already received from them. So, and the people of Elkins have been counting on it. The town has appropriated this money and voted to do it. And it's killing me that here we are at this point, and it may or may not happen. And it just doesn't seem like we should be at 2015 when it's about to run out, when we had 10 years to pull this all together.
And when I hear sort of a commonality of these stories, it almost seems to me to be a deferred maintenance issue. The soffits, the roads have to be upgraded, pedestrian walkways have to be upgraded, and I imagine that's probably common in a lot of towns.
Well, I think it is. We have been going through some difficult times financially. Particularly, I was chairman of the budget committee in 2008 when everything crashed, and we really had to step back there and try and obtain a balance between what we really needed at the time and to be fair to the poor people who had to pay this money. So I think we've had a lot of deferred maintenance. Some of it, and it has been financially deferred. It's just been deferred because we really haven't paid attention to it. You know, no one was looking after these buildings. And I could be guilty of that too. I wasn't looking after them, but I wasn't thinking about it. That wasn't my job description, I guess, at the time. And
So we're out of time. I want to circle back in our next segment to the budget issues, but we're out of time right now. But please stay with us.